Sam Bankman-Fried. I call him Sam Bankman Fraud. How was he even able to get people to give him $1 million? More or less $8 billion. Oh yeah. Let's get into some of this straight game.
Yeah. Blackjack. Life is like a game of cards. It's not what you dealt, but how you play it. Yeah. Blackjack. To play each situation correctly. I remember they used to laugh at a brother.
Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. It's your boy DELRAY, Richardson, platinum artist, platinum songwriter, Straight Game TV. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate your time. Do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button as it pushes the content out to more potential subscribers. Also, if you haven't subscribed yourself, please do so and tell a friend. Also, if you would like to be one of the first people notified when I drop some of this straight game, please do me a favor and hit the little bell notification right below this video. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to get right into this one. All of those people that were out there pushing crypto, I had various people, crypto, it's going to do this, it's going to do that, it's going to do this, it's going to do that. It's been a fraud all along. It was a fraud. And let me tell you how. You couldn't buy anything with crypto, but you could buy crypto with your cash. If the Sam Bankman fraud, I'm not going to call him Sam Bankman-Fried, I'm going to call him Sam Bankman Fraud because he stole so many people's money and it was an actual fraud. I don't know if you watched Mr. Ray, who was the head of the bankruptcy dealing with Enron. He's also the head of bankruptcy dealing with FTX. And this goes so deep. First off, I want to start off by how in the hell did a guy who walked around in shorts, tennis shoes, and a t-shirt, who looked like he just rolled out of bed, didn't give a damn about combing his hair, raised not just $1 million, but over $1 billion, right? This is the first thing that I look at. I'm like, wow. So I call him now Sam Bankman Fraud. They call him Sam Bankman-Fried. I call him Sam Bankman Fraud. And the reason why is the first thing that the red flag to me was everybody got behind this guy. They were calling him the next Warren Buffett. And that's disrespectful to Warren Buffett, and I'm going to tell you why. Warren Buffett say he didn't come across most of his money till after the age of, 50, most of his money. I think he became like a millionaire at the age of 30, if you will, if you follow the story and know anything about Warren Buffett, right? But to mention Sam Bankman Fraud's name, or Fried's name, whatever you choose, I'm calling him Sam Bankman Fraud. To mention his name in the same name, or in the same vein, or in the same lane as Warren Buffett is disrespectful. Warren Buffett has taken money and bought companies that were profitable. Your McDonald's, all of these, the Burger King, all of the companies that he's chose to invest his money in. You know what I mean? These were companies that bought and sold goods, right? So basically, the complicated part about this fraud that Sam Bankman Fraud did is that everybody got behind him. Everybody got a piece of that money, man. Say, well, what do you mean? Didn't they run commercials during the NBA games? Didn't they run commercials during the football games? Didn't they run commercials during just regular, high visible events, if you will? That's when most people are watching. So therefore the advertising, and you're able to get more people to come in. So people in networks, TNT, NBC, MSNBC, were complicit with the fraud, but they didn't know it at the particular time. So, you know what I mean? Because it looked legit. You know, they had him on all of these channels, you know, on, I believe he was on Newsweek, on the cover of newspapers, magazines, all of this. Right? And to come to find out that it was nothing but a fraud. Taking investors' money and siphoning it out the back door, doing whatever you wanted with it, taking their personal money and buying cars, houses, all of this other property, paying your family members, and all of these things, right? You know, the craziest part is you had a lot of celebrities that were involved in this too, that were unknown. And some people invested their own money. You had Kevin O'Leary. They paid Kevin O'Leary $15 million to help pump the fraud. Yeah, but I don't think that Kevin knew. I don't know what he knew involving the fraud. He said he's going to give the money back. Everybody need to give the money back. That includes the networks that took money as part of this advertising scheme. Well, I can't really say that because they did advertise. They did do what they said that they were going to do. But if Kevin O'Leary got to give his money back, his $15 million back, then, you know, the networks got to give their money back too. Or that makes them actually complicit in the fraud. I mean, you know, because that helped people buy into what it was in regards to the whole scheme. Right. Giving it the appearance of legitimacy, if you will. And so that's the part that really and that's the part that really got me, you know, vexed about the whole situation. So now, the red flag for me was when he said I drove a Corolla. He drove an old Corolla, you know what I mean? I'm like, to me, that was doing too much. He said, well, what do you mean by doing too much? You wanted me to believe because you drove a certain type of car that you were in it, not for yourself, but for the investors, right? The way that Sam Bankman freed or fraud, I call him Sam Bankman fraud, the way he dressed was a red flag to me. Like, what is he trying to prove? You know what I mean? He was given the appearance of legitimacy. He was giving the appearance of him being humble, right? He's not this, you know, eccentric billionaire or millionaire. Look at him. He's just like us. I like him, right? And the media, in turn, help sell that, right? But like I said, the red flag for me was the I drive a Corolla. Only to find out what kind of, how much did his condo cost? See, these are all of the things that they didn't tell you. How much did his condo cost? How many other properties and things did he buy with other people's money? How much was he actually worth? And what was it that he actually produced? Zero. Nothing. Some fake fraudulent crypto coin called FTT or something like that that's worth nothing. Absolutely, positively nothing. You see, most people, once again, the reason why they were able to buy into this crypto thing was because the media and these certain entities who got investor money was able to take that investor money and create this advertising campaign in which people who believe what's on television, what's in newspapers, and so on and so forth on the internet, on these social media platforms, it gives the appearance of legitimacy. And so therefore, by that being what it is, people then in turn say, okay, well, you know, they're putting it on TV, so it must be good. It must be legit. Nope. It's a fraud. It's a fraud. And they stole billions and hundreds of millions of dollars of people's money. Sam Bankman fraud was so brave, they say he gave over $80 million to politicians. Why? Because he needed them to be quiet and not say anything. You know, basically, that was a way to manipulate the politicians into going along and getting along. Some of those same politicians right now who took that money and spoke favorably of crypto are quiet right now. Therein lies the hypocrisy of it all, right? So when you deal with the facts of this matter, they say everybody can be bought. All of that money that he gave to the politicians was investor money. Not his own money. Not his own money. And it all turned out to be a fraud. The crazy part is there's some of that money that they ain't gonna never find, right? They said, well, where'd the money go? Out the back door. Yeah, it went out the back door. They got ways of siphoning money, man, through secret channels and these other corporations and putting them under these bank accounts and things where they hide the money. And, oh, man. Oh, yeah. It's a lot of people that got rich off of that, man. Sam Bankman fraud. He's worse than Bernie Madoff. Yeah. But like I say, I go back to the beginning. How in the hell did he get anybody to give him any kind of money dressed like that, looking like that? So his con was superb. You talking about a confidence man? They need to put his picture next to the word con man in the Webster's dictionary. Absolutely. And I'm going to leave you with this. I bet you couldn't raise $1 million saying, yeah, you know, he's going to be the next Warren Buffett, the crypto king. Well, how's it going right now in that Bahamian jail, a Sam Bankman fraud? How's it going? All of that money you stole, all of them people that you stole from who probably are never going to see none of the money that they put into this fraud TX, right? FTX, fraud TX, right? They ain't never going to see that money again. And no matter what, unless they give him life in prison, check this out, he's still a young man. He'll be able to go to jail, do his time, and come back home a millionaire. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. It's the way that it's set up. You get it? He bought off the politicians. He actually got celebrities to endorse him. Steph Curry, a whole bunch of other people who, once again, didn't know anything or wasn't aware of the fraud. I'm going to take that from that perspective. And some of them even invested their own money, in which they probably will never see again. Now they got a class action lawsuit against the celebrities and the people who, endorse the product. You know what I mean? Oh, man. Whew. This is the biggest fraud in history. It's never been done like this before. Never. Your boy DELRAY, straight game.